Good morning, everyone. Oh man, today is, I don't even know, Thursday, February 6th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, Tesley, Cony, NVDY, Misty, AMZY, Platy. All right, this is going to be a long pain in the ass video, and if I screw anything up, I apologize. However, I will ask you guys to please hit the like button if you guys enjoy this content. Going a little crazy last night and this morning over some of the trades, and just a lot of activity lately. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go for another 1,000 like video. So today's gonna be that one. So if you don't mind and you enjoy this content, please take the time to hit the like button and let's shoot for that 1,000 likes. All right. And not like I have time to talk about other crap, but this is something that's important. YieldMax is launching a 0 DTE covered call strategy. Can you believe this crap? They're coming for Round Hill. They are coming for Round Hill. And I'm pretty sure it said it's launching today. So, wow. This was unexpected. Or maybe it was expected. I don't even know. I can't keep track anymore. But wow. I wonder if they're still going to run the fund for Defiance. I know it's not like exactly the same strategy, but I mean, man, this is big time here. So, yeah, and they have others. They have the Qs and they have the Russells. So they're going to have 0 DTE covered call strategy, pretty much doing what Round Hill does for the most part. So this is direct competition, and yeah, very interesting. Anyway, let's get to the video here. Okay, guys, just bear with me. There's a lot of data here. And I'm going to start with Misty, because Misty had earnings. Misty did this. Misty did that. Misty's a pain in the ass, to be honest. So what do they do? Buy, call, sell, put, sell, call, buy, call. Okay, on the top right here, this 930, that's no problem, all right? That's not a problem. That's normal stuff. This crap is the problem. Like, what in the hell are you doing? Buy, sell, what? Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You know what they did? They sold their call, the other side of the credit call spread, that call that they buy, that's a high percentage away from helping us, the butt buddy that never does anything, that one. Here, they sold, in this example, 23.50. They sold it, they sold to 457 because I think they realized, oh wow, this spread was too wide. So they sold it and then they bought a 400. All right. And then here, 7,540 contracts. They sold what? Here, sell, call, right? They sold the 450. They bought the 400. And right here, they sell 15,000 contracts. They sold the 455. They bought the 400. So basically, in summary, they tightened the gap. So it's like, okay, they realized, oops, they have earnings. Maybe we should have covered the gap a little tighter. So maybe they thought the earnings was going to be better than they thought. Or who in the hell knows, to be honest. But I'm not going to lie. I saw this yesterday, and I'm like, what are they doing? And then I waited until this morning to look at it. And luckily, my brain was, kind of refunctioning. Obviously, last night it wasn't. And I realized, okay, this is what they're doing. Because they never did this. At least on the funds that I covered. And this is something new. I'm not saying I hate it, but I'm just saying it was kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. All right, so let's get to the spreadsheet. Okay. And I hate to interrupt with this, but they had earnings yesterday, so let's quickly recap that. All right, so here's 5 notables. I'm just going to go over them real quick. They reported a 50% year-over-year increase in subscription billings and a 48% increase in subscription services revenue, indicating strong growth in their cloud platform. Yeah, sure. Look at their revenue, 120.7 mil versus the 122.45 expected. Now, here's the funny part. Earnings per share, negative 320 per share. I'm not sure what the expected was, but last thing I saw was negative 12 cents. So they're still not making money as a company. But I don't really think anyone cares about that, to be honest. The company successfully adopted FASB's fair value accounting standard for Bitcoin holdings, leading to a significant increase in retained earnings. So obviously, I don't know much about FASB, but I'm sure most of you guys do. So obviously, they're adopting to that. introduced innovative financial instruments like STRK, preferred stock, broadening its investor base and offering lower volatility exposure to Bitcoin. Again, some preferred stock that's coming out in the market, another way to raise more money. Again, I didn't have a chance to read up on that, but I'm sure most of you probably know about that. Number 5, faces potential risks from unrealized capital gains. This is a negative on crypto assets, which could impact its growth strategy. I don't know why this is a risk. Like, it faces potential risk from unrealized capital gains. Are they still talking about that? Like, I know they were talking about that under Biden, but is that still a freaking thing? It better not be. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of, to be honest. Taxing unrealized capital gains. I'm assuming that's not going to happen. So, but I had to add it because of the stupidity of it in general. It just makes me so angry hearing that. Taxing unrealized capital gains. How about you leave me the hell alone? That ain't happening under Doge. There's no way. All right, anyway, let's get to the trades. Again, sorry for the rushing, but there's so much data. There's so much stuff to talk about. All right, so they added 930 contracts to the 315 synthetic. Nothing really to talk about there, but this synthetic expires in 16 days. The 390 expires in 16 days as well. We'll see how all that plays out. All right, let me zoom in. How did MSTR do yesterday? MSTR went down 3.33%. MSTY went down 2.3%. Okay. So let's talk about the 930. We'll get that out of the way. Obviously, they added 930 contracts to 7 expiration date. It's pretty interesting. I like it though. 365. Well, of course, they did have earnings, so they had the volatility for earnings, so they were able to get a decent premium for that. But anyway, the 930 contracts that they added, they chose a 365 strike price. That's 8.41% out of the money. So, and then there's, the call credit spread. See, they bought a call 400. That seems to be the number that they want. 400, 400, 400, 400, right? So now up above, let's go see this crap. All right, so we'll start at the 15,000 contracts because we're going to go in order. So what they did, basically, they got 32 cents because they sold their call, their 455, and they paid $1.48 to buy the 400, okay? Because the 400 tightens the gap from the 370. So if the 370 gets blown through, the 400 is a little closer. Because look at the previous gap, right? It was what, $85? It's now $30. Make sense? But why didn't they do this in the first place? We've been talking about how their gaps are god awful. But I don't know. Maybe they realized they made a mistake. Maybe it was cheaper at this point in time to do that. Again, I don't know. This is something new that I'm seeing. They still have the 7,500 contracts at 372.50. That's 10.63% out of the money. Again, they just had earnings, and I don't even know what the reaction was from earnings. So that's all going to be a surprise for me at the pre-market view. And here's another disaster. The 10,000 contracts, they sold, I should say, 2,350 of those, right? Of course, they had to split it up, make it even more complicated. So they left 7,650 at the 457, all right? And then they moved 2,350 at the 400. Again, nightmare, right? Nightmare. All for what? Let's see what happens. MSTR is currently at 336.70, by the way. Not even really close to 400 anyway, but I don't know. Is this just a waste of money? We'll see. We really shall see. So again, they're just moving the call that they bought. They're moving that down in strike price, eliminating that big wide gap. Here's 600 contracts, 372.50, 10.63% out of the money. And then we got 375s. We got 8,790 contracts, 11.38% out of the money. But here, again, they closed out the 450 here. They got 27 cents per share, right? If you scroll to the right, you can see they made 203,000. And then they bought a 400. Again, they made 27 cents, but they had to pay 99 cents. So this is more money out of pocket because they think, I don't know what they think. They think it's going to go over 400. What is the strategy here? But Clearly, it's something maybe they should have done from the beginning. Of course, the win-loss record now, I'm going to add 3 columns on this one versus, it's always 2. Anyway, let's move on. We got 850, 760, and 1800 contracts, 372.50 strike price, 10.63% out of the money. And then we got 9500 contracts, 365 strike price, 8.41% out of the money. 730 contracts, 360 strike price, 6.92% out of the money. And then, the measly 220 contracts, 372.50, 10.63% out of the money. We talked about the 930 contracts. So I think you guys kind of see my pain. Oh, yeah, you don't even want to know what this disaster was down here. But I was thinking something different with the trades. I wasn't thinking yesterday, to be honest. But, whatever. All right, so that's done. Let's move on. The recap is 30-day IV, 87%. Outstanding shares, 75.1 mil. Total net income, it's a loss of 7 mil because, again, they paid a little more money yesterday to have some, better insurance protection, we shall say, over earnings. Reaction, this is how I'm feeling right now. Kind of numbers everywhere in my face. Of course, most of you know that's my full-time job. I deal with numbers all day. So numbers, blah, 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 blah. So can't wait for this freaking weekend. Plus, I'm dieting, and it doesn't help things either. But anyway, Group D declares in 6 days, which is next week. Yoo-hoo. All right, let's go to the payment info. Synthetic income, 222 mil. Short call loss, 7 mil. So that's a total net income of 215 mil. That's a total net income per share of $2.87. And the IV estimate is 184. So the low estimate right now, 184. The high estimate is 287. So that's what I got for now. And then, you got this mishmash of crap. Oh, my God. Lucky for you guys, I won't sing today. I don't feel like it. But the 390, that's a freaking gold digger for sure. I mean, that's a disaster. Time to cut ties with that sucker. All right, but we are still in the $2 billion club. The NAV is 27.12. The trade price is 27.17. All right, I got Misty out of the way, so that's good. Now we can maybe get to a slower rhythm here. So I'll go back up. I'm going to look at Tesley, see what they did. All right, Tesley by the close. All right, they closed the call. Obviously, 25 cents, that's a win. And then, again, you see pink by the close, 28 cents, that's a win. So they're closing out their calls for this week. Probably some of them, probably not all of them. And then what are they doing? They're selling calls into next week, right? See here, see that 2/14 expiration date? So they're using those same contracts. They're essentially rolling the strike price down, right? Down because, again, Tesla's been going down. So they're going a little tighter, right? Because they were, 19% out of the money. Nice cushion. And now they're 5% out of the money. But that goes into next week. So, I'm not sure how I feel about that range, but we'll see. Again, they're cashing out for the week. They're taking the wins, and they're moving on, jumping ahead to next week. All right, so let's go to the Tesley file. If I made any mistakes, feel free to point them out in the comments, of course. So synthetically, nothing. They have the 480, the 400. Both are kind of crappers right now. Both are disasters. Yeah, they're, Tesla's been going down. What can you say? You can't go up all the time. All right, so how did Tesla do yesterday? It went down 3.58%. That's a pretty rough day. Tesla went down 3.21%. Okay. God damn Zoom. All right, what do we got here? So we'll just, let's go to the closures. All right, so they closed the 7,198 contracts. So you see they paid 25 cents. Obviously, they originally got $6.50 credit. They paid 25 cents to close it. That's a win. The call credit spread was not needed. So they fronted 163 originally, and they got 4 cents to close it. But it doesn't matter because in the end, you see the profit loss, 4.4 mil profit on the sold call, 1.1 mil debit, on the bought call, or the insurance, we should say. So that's a $3.3 million income on that trade. So that's a win. And then right here, 7,300 contracts. Here's where they closed the 425, right? They paid 28 cents, which, they paid more than actually the 420, but they probably closed this one earlier, or when Tesla was higher, and they they only got 4 cents for the bought call on that. But in the end, again, profit. So how much did they make on that one? Right here, 3.5 million. So both were wins, successful wins, right? So now obviously those contracts, 71.98 and 7,300, they go down here. They rolled them, right? As they closed them, they rolled them. Probably one transaction, one options transaction, just like you see on the broker, your brokerage platform, create rolling order. Except for them, I think they have to call people. But what did they do? They chose a 397.50 strike price, 5% out of the money, and then a $400 strike price, 5% out of the money. All right, 5.11 and 5.77. Now, today's only Thursday. Market hasn't even opened. We have 2 trading days this week. We have 5 trading days next week. This is for 7 trading days. So yeah, I'm not really happy with that number, but based on what they annualized, 47%. Again, I'm looking over here. I know people want me to click 47%, and then 50. We'll just say 49% there. So it's kind of like what they're supposed to yield. So I can't really say anything, I guess. But here's the rest of the stuff. This is the stuff that expires this Friday. 8,245 contracts, 412.50 strike price, 9.08% out of the money. Oh yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. Obviously, you see these strikes. These were the higher strikes. So when they close positions out early, they'll typically close out the higher strike prices, mainly because they're cheaper. All right. So that's one way of thinking. Another way of thinking is they actually close out, the ones that are tighter, right? The tighter strike prices, just in case, take the win, pay a little more, take the win. But again, that could bite them in the ass too. Like the 410, it's 8% out of the money. Like these, no matter what happened, it seems like we would have won, right? But Tesla, who knows? It's on the down. So I'm sure this is the right move, of course. But yeah, so they look to pay as little as possible. So that's why they closed out the higher strike prices. All right, anyway, I think I said 82.45 contracts, 412.50 strike price, 9% out of the money. 550, total of 9,000 contracts, actually. 410 strike price, 8.42% out of the money. And then we talked about these that expire next week. Outstanding shares. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think I mentioned the outstanding shares on MSTY. But they did increase, so if that helps. No increase on Tesley, though. But who cares? All right. 30-day IV, 52%. Outstanding shares, 94.7 mil. Total net income, 40.3 mil. That's a distribution of 43 cents. A daily income of 3 cents a day. A daily yield of 0.24%. And if you annualize that sucker, 87%. 87%. That's good money, man. Wink, wink. He's winking at us. He's like, yeah, I got this. I screwed up last week, but I got this. I got you guys. Group A declares in 13 days, February 19th. Payment information. Oh, yeah. Synthetic income. No. They lost 3 mil. They're going to lose a hell of a lot more than that, though. Short call income, they did produce 40.3 mil. So that being said, let's focus on that. That's 43 cents per share. And if they make what they've been making in due time, our next payment could be 82 cents, which is an 84% yield. That's the high. The low is 51 cents, which is based on the IV of 53%. Okay? Makes sense? Great. All right. As we said, gold diggers galore. We're not singing it today. We're grumpy men. It's not even Friday. And lots of trades. YieldMax is crazy. Busy company. They're growing. They're competing with everyone, taking over the high yield space, and making my job harder here too. All right, so what in the hell is going on here? Well, I highlighted in red the ones that expire this week, and then in black, the ones expire next week. But we talked about those, so we could just move right on. We know the dudes are broke. We know there's gold diggers. It's not pretty. The total value of this fund is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 1266. The trade price is 1267. Synthetic income. No. See that's bad. But again, they got to do it. The synthetic, it is what it is. We always say that. The synthetic is what it is. They can't control it. Sometimes they make some questionable synthetic moves, I'll say that. But overall, it's not really in their control. The underlying does what it does. So this 216, this negative 216 mil, it's not their fault, right? It's Tesla. Tesla's went down since they, made the synthetic positions. So it is what it is. So let's move on to the next tab. Just like they don't deserve credit when the synthetic goes up, because that's the underlying. All right. That's the big two. Now we're going to go to the four troublemakers here: NVDY, AMZY, Cony, Platy. I don't think NVIDIA had a trade, so let's go to the trades. Yeah, NVIDIA did not. They would be before AMZY. So, but we're still going to cover. We're going to go in order. You know why? Because I'll forget one. That's why. To be honest, I'm just going to stay in order. I'm not going to, try to get fancy here. NVIDIA, holy crap! NVIDIA went up 4.95%. NVIDIA went up 4.59%. Now this is what I'm freaking talking about. Remember the other day? Remember Monday it tanked, and we said Tuesday morning, this is the time to buy NVIDIA because of the upside. We're getting 2 days in a row of freaking upside. We got 92% of that upside. This is amazing stuff, right? Amazing freaking stuff. So they're about to hit $20 again. This is a freaking amazing fund. Okay, what do we got? NVIDIA currently priced at 125. Again, they're coming back up, but their synthetics, I mean, they've been underwater. They got 4 synthetics. They got gold diggers, but one girl they can afford because she's a 119, right? It's kind of in their league. The 127 is almost in their league. And then we got these two, the 135 and 148, smoking hot, completely out of our league. We can't afford them. They want 44 mil from us. The other one wants 41 mil. And we just don't have it right now. So they're, again, way out of our league. So we may have to break up with them, give them their money, and have them move on their merry way. What else we got here? Well, we got a whole bunch of crap, right? We got calls and calls. Call. Okay. Some of the comments I get, I always laugh. They say, what do they say? Either I'm annoying, or they say the voice. I don't know. It's sometimes funny. Anyway, 1,850 contracts, 124. And to be fair, I am annoying, but 1,850 contracts, 124 strike price, 0.8% in the money. Excuse me? 11,600 contracts, 125 strike price, 0%. Oh my God, at the money. At the freaking money. I don't think I've seen this. At the money. 29,450 contracts, 127 strike price, 1.6% out of the money. Okay, we got a call credit spread right in between. Skip that. 28,000 contracts, 130 strike price, 4% out of the money. 46,590 contracts, 131 strike price, 4.8% out of the money. Wow. Okay, remember all that upside capture? Yeah, let's stop that. All right, NVIDIA, take a chill pill. All right, let's chillax a little. Stop going up. We appreciate it. We do. But we don't want to lose our weeklies. I mean, it's not like we're catching up to our synthetics. I mean, but if you're going to go up, you might as well catch up to the 148. However, that's probably not likely. So for this week, we're going to say, let's close below 124. Can we do that? And that way we win all the trades. I like that idea. Total net assets of this fund is 1.4 bill. The NAV is 1957. The trade price is 1960. The synthetic is worth negative 68 mil. Disaster, I know. 30-day IV of Nvidia, 67%. IV estimate for Nvidia based on that is $1. Their Group B, they declare in 20 days, February 26th. Okay, up next is AMZY. Yes, I believe they had a trade, so I got to go back to this. This is obviously where I show the trades. So what they did, AMZY, they closed out their synthetic. So you see this right here, buy to close, put. Buy to close, put. That simply means, okay, it either means one of two things. It means people sold out of the fund, so they had to close some parts of their synthetic. But if you look at the number of contracts, 12,630, that kind of looks like the total contracts, right? And you look at the numbers here, okay, this is probably them actually closing their synthetic and rolling the strike price up, because their old strike was 210 and they rolled it to a 235. Now, here I did a subtotal because we're interested in how much they made on their synthetic. They made 29.2 million. This is after, of course, using money to buy the new synthetic, which the new synthetic, it costs 19 million net of the 14 income, so about $5 million, right? Which, again, we got good money here. We knew we were going to make good money on here. And lucky for you, again, I added this number on the spreadsheet. So let me show you that. Even with all the chaos, I still did not forget. And I'm going to tell you that number right now. So it was 29.2 million. So that's an income of $1.97 per share. All right. AMZY declares in 6 days, this distribution is going to be too sweet. Sorry, I had, NWO. All right. So Amazon, how'd they do? They went down. They went down 2.49%. AMZY went down 1.88%. Next earnings today. Good God, today. All right, they have earnings today. Wow, they closed their synthetic even though they have earnings today? I'm not sure about that. They shouldn't have done that, to be honest. They held it this long. Yeah, whatever. Hey, do what you do. Anyway, Amazon's at 236.17. The new synthetic's at 235. Here's where they stand heading into earnings. Let's see. Everything expires this Friday. So we have 6,000 contracts. 247.50 strike price. That's 4.8% out of the money. And then we have 6,630 contracts. 250 strike price. 5.86% out of the money. And then what else? Yeah, credit call spread 267. Decent gap there, but I don't know if it's going to be useful. Is it ever useful? I mean, not often. The total net asset value of AMZY is 292 mil. The NAV is 1968. Trade price 1971. The new synthetic is already worth 4.4 mil, so that's good. 30-day IV of Amazon's 39%. That's kind of weak over earnings, but we'll see. The IV estimate for for AMZY is 60 cents. How am I gonna? I gotta think how I'm gonna keep track of that for the next estimate. Maybe I'll just leave it where it is, right? Because they're definitely gonna pay over $1. There ain't no doubt about that. Just like Netflix paid over $1, right? Just like Cony paid over. They're gonna pay over $1. But anyway, yes, they declare in 6 days. Oops. All right, up next is Cony. To be honest, I did not get a chance to look at Cony at all. So I don't know what they did. All right, buy to close, call 19 cents. So they closed the call 19 cents. Okay, obviously that's a win. And then they open new calls for next week, so that's fine. Buy to close put here. So they closed, it looks like, okay, this is a forced closure. So they closed some of their, their synthetic forcibly. And I say forcibly, right? Wait, 6,400. Sorry, I stand corrected. Buy to close call. Yeah, okay. So no, they did a buy to close put here, 6,400. And then they sold a put. Okay, so they rolled their synthetic down $10. $10. All right, but they did move the expiration date out 3 months. So that's good. Okay, so they're starting a new synthetic. to 290. I don't know if actually this may have been the pre-existing one, but whatever. They moved from 300 to 290, so that's good. That's fine. Buy to close call here, 17 cents. All right, so they closed that call for this week, and they rolled it into next week from what was the strike, 317.50 to a 312.50. All right, so let's see what the damage is. Does that make sense? Does it make sense the way I'm explaining the intraday trades? You guys got to tell me, because I don't know. You know, sometimes I'm trying to change it up. I try not to explain everything the same way, because keep in mind, like, there's all kinds of new viewers, there's new investors, there's investors that, you know, are not that new, and then there's investors that have been here for over a year, right? So what do? How do you explain it to keep everyone happy? It's really hard, but again, just feel free to leave feedback either way. Complain, praise, I don't care. Coin went down 1.91%. Cony went down the exact same price, 1.91%. Wow. I hear cars indoors. Probably deliveries. It's icy as hell out today. School has a delayed opening. Of course, a delayed opening. You know what that means? It means chaos in this house. But luckily, I don't have to drive to the office. Not like I would in this weather, because it's not worth it. Anyway, that's the beauty of being able to work remote. Back in the day, forget it. You'd be leaving like an hour early. All right, anyway, let's look at the freaking synthetic here. They got a 280, which right now, coin's at 275. So they actually have a chance to make money on that one. And then the 290, we don't even have to care. We don't give a crap about. You know why? Because it expires in May. You know, and I know it looks like a gold digger already, but do we really care? All right, because she's getting our money in May. All right, so ha. Na. All right, so let's zoom out here. All right, the red would be for this week. The black would be for next week. So in red, the contracts that expire this week, 4,000 contracts, 302.50 strike price, 9.94% out of the money. 6,760 contracts, 305 strike price, 10.85% out of the money. 10,550 contracts, 315 strike price, 14.49% out of the money. I mean, hell yeah. I'll take that. 9 to 14% out of the money with 2 trading days. Bring it. All right, we have call credit spread. Hello, call credit spread. Sorry, I have to do the voice with a call credit spread. Look at it. It's freaking useless half the time. Anyway, I know, insurance. It's not earnings week. 19,515 contracts. This is for next week. 312.50 strike price, 13% out of the money. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, the value of this fund is $1 bill. NAV 1206. Oh my God, what happened? Oh my God, the NAV. Is this NAV erosion? No, it's actually them paying, and it's actually ex-dividend date, because what happens on ex-dividend date is the money comes from the cash right here. Cash, you see they didn't have enough, so they have negative cash. And then that cash decrease goes into this number. So that makes that number go down, which makes this number go down. So that's why that number went down by, if you look, $1.06 since the close yesterday, which is approximately the distribution payment. Again, I covered the distribution payments last night. I got home from work. I'm like, I got to do the video. Turns out I probably shouldn't have, because it screwed up my, me getting the holding information done. I tried to do too much at once, but whatever. Like I said, the close at yesterday was 13.12. The NAV today, 12.06. So that's the drop, plus or minus movement in the underlying. So that's why it's going down. Some may consider it a discount. I mean, $12 for Cony. I think they've been here before. They've been even to 11, I think, and they came back. So you know how that goes. So this may be a good buying opportunity if you are a fan of Coinbase, of course. If you're not a fan of Coinbase, then really, what are you doing with Cony? Right? What are you doing? Is it worth it? Why put yourself through that headache? If you're a fan of just Bitcoin, then to me, MSTY or YBit, right? Anyway, let's move on. 30-day IV of coin is 75%. IV estimate based on that, I know they just declared, but it would show 76 cents. And again, they declare on March 5th, 27 days away. All right, newest member, whatever we're calling this one. They did have trades because they're paying my ass already. Let's go. Yeah, they're way down here. Like what? Look at this. What are they doing here? Buy to close put. All right, so they closed the put, 1,600 contracts, 84, and then they did a buy to close call right below it, right, 1,600. So this one looks to be that people sold out of the fund and they closed some of their synthetic and some of their calls. Because if they closed the put and they closed the call, that means people sold out of the fund and they had to get rid of some contracts. Why would people sell out of the fund? Well, duh, freaking capital gains, son. I mean, the thing went up a lot. So people are not going to wait for the distribution. Instead, they're going to sell the ETF and collect the capital appreciation. There ain't no harm in that. That's for damn sure. In fact, it may be even a smarter move, right? Because you see it dipping already. So, yeah. So anyway, all that being said, them being forced to close their synthetic actually makes them money. Because that's why I did a subtotal here. Oh, stupid thing. 11 mil, right? On the bottom, 11.4 mil. For the day, that's how much they made. So, Platy. Makes sense. All right, Plater, how'd they do? They went down 2.44%. Platy went down 2.14%. Wow, Platy is still at 79 freaking dollars. This is insane. All right, so the synthetic, again, it's still there, but they closed out some of the contracts. It's fine. $84 synthetic closes this freaking Friday. I mean, this Friday, still open. They're going to close it today. Today's Thursday. They're not going to wait till the Friday. They're going to close this sucker. And it's going to make them a lot of money. A lot of money. Now, what else they got going here? There's the call, part of the synthetic. And then here's the trades. This is actually for next week. So Platy looking pretty simple. Looking like AMZY. I like Platy. 12,022 contracts, 103 strike price. What? 1.62% out of the money? Wow. Well, interesting. That sucks. All right, I don't like that move, but hey, maybe it's gonna correct. Maybe we got overbought on earnings, and that's what they think. I have no idea. Or maybe when they sold that call, it was a little higher. I don't know. Anyway, the value of this fund, I know it's small, and people are wondering why I'm covering this, but I'm telling you, man, this thing is probably going to get more popular. Not Misty popular, but I just have that feeling. When you got that feeling, you just go with it. I could always drop it later. It's not a big deal, right? Plus, if it pisses me off, I could drop it for that reason too. Total net asset value of this fund, 121 mil. The NAV, 79.96. Trade price, 79.94. Look at that, man. Look at that synthetic money, 20.9 mil, which is 13.73 per share. Like I said, they're cashing that thing out today or tomorrow. So we're going to see that money. Here comes the money. All right, 30-day IV. Ew. It's going down and more. 56%. IV estimate 350. They're part of Group B. They declare in 20 days. And that distribution, man. Oh, man. I can't wait to see that distribution. I almost want to buy it just to get a massive distribution. I know that's stupid. It's really stupid, actually. But it's just like, you just want to be a part of it. I know I'm through YieldMax, I'm a part of it. But, man, this is going to be a special distribution. Unless they hold back everything. But I doubt it. They're not like that. They love to pay. They love to pay the money. They are YieldMax. All right, that's all the funds. Thankfully, that's all the funds. Finally, we can go to pre-market. All right, let's go. So, yeah, there's SDTY. Isn't that funny? I still think that's hilarious. Before you say anything, yes, I know I have to add it to the dry series. I know. Believe me, I don't want to, but I have to. All right. Here's pre-market. Haven't even looked at it. What time is it? 5:48. Hey, that's not bad. All right. If I missed something or went too fast, I apologize. This was a video I clearly was not as prepared as I normally am for because I woke up. Number one, I hit snooze. I woke up 10 minutes late. Number two, I had to fix all the Misty crap this morning. And number three, oh my God, overabundance of activity, and yeah, little crazy. But anyway, here we go. Tesla is down 1.98%. You guys don't need to hear my excuses. It's at 370.70. Tesley, oh my God, I can't believe Tesla keeps going down. But you know what? I'm selling puts, but not on this. Anyway, Tesla's down 1.66%. It's at 1246. Nvidia is up, still up, 0.85%, 125.89. Nvidia is up 0.61%, 1972. Coin is up 2.1%, 280.93. Cony is up 2.29%, 1235. MSTR is up 1.57%, 341.99. Misty's up 1.73%, 2764. T to the S to the L to the L. It's down 4.18%, 2223. This is what I'm selling puts on. And I almost got greedy yesterday. I sold one put and it kept going down. I'm like, oh, I want to sell another. But typically my rule is one a day. And I'm glad I waited because look at today. Oh man, I can get such a better price, such a better premium. Oh man, I'm actually pretty excited about this. TNA. What do I have? A 45? I think my call is 45. Not looking good. My 100 shares is going to be called away. Yeah. Not good. But whatever. It is what it is. TNA continues to go up 1.04%. It's at 46.47. AMDY is down 0.44%, 873. AMZY, yeah, baby, $20. They went up 1.47%, $20 even. AMZY's a freaking hell of a fund. Bitcoin is up 1.71%, 98,993. BitX is up 3%, 5560. Suxel continues to suxel. It's down 1.37%, 2732. I mean, Nvidia's up. What's Suxel doing? SMCI, wow, it's up 2.48%, 3228. SMCY is up 4.27. Wow, that's nice, 4.27%, 2490. Palantir, green, it's up 0.73%. But you saw our call on Platy, right? Platy did was it 1% out of the money? This is not good. Ew. Anyway, it's at 102, whatever. Platy is up 0.01%, 79. Yeah, look at that upside. They're up 0.78. We're up 0.01. Wow, we're capped already. Do you want to freaking cap Platy fund manager? All right, don't ruin a good thing. TSM is up 0.09%, 208.75. TSMY not updated, 1857. Mara is up 2%, 1757. I think it said. All right. Again, sorry for rushing, but some days, guys, it's a lot of stuff, and people, they don't like the long videos as much. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Squeeze in what you can. But hopefully everything came out okay. Let me know in the comments. Please, yeah. I mean, outside of the keyword, of course, let me know how this video went. Let me know how the videos have been going. Am I going at the right speed? Am I giving you enough information? Do you want more information or less information? It's about time I do ask for some feedback on the videos. In fact, that's actually, maybe that'll be the keyword. That's kind of annoying because I'm giving you more work, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes I need to hear from you guys. All right. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we'll try again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah. Woohoo. Friday. Yay. Anyway, what else? Oh yeah. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. Yes, 1,000 likes today. Let's do it. 1,000 freaking likes. We got this. We did it the other day. We could do it. I know it was a Saturday video. Saturday videos are more popular, but still, we could do it during the week. Let's prove it, all right? So 1,000 likes, here we go. If you have any questions, leave in the comments below. Outside of that, it's keyword time. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, it's simple. It's keyword time. So what do we have to say? Well, there's two options. The first option is if you would like to give feedback, whether it's negative or positive, I don't care. I welcome all feedback. Please leave feedback one way or the other about the daily video. I've been doing it a while, obviously. Is it good? Is it just right? Is it fantastic? Or is it crap? Like, am I doing too much? Am I doing not enough? Am I not explaining it well enough? How can I explain it better? Just things like that. If you don't want to do all that, that's fine. Because, we have, we can do like, I have an alternative. Freaking Misty. That's the alternative. Because freaking Misty, man, you see what they're doing. It's like they screwed up their own call credit spreads, and now they're making it more complicated, but they basically lowered their call. Which, again, may be a smart move, but maybe just a complete waste of money. In fact, let's go to MSTR. They bought all those calls at 400. Where's MSTR? It don't look like it's moving. It's barely moving. So they spent all that money. I mean, not that much money, but still, they spent, like, for what? That's like a very unusual play for them. So how about that? Freaking Misty. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, in the comments down below, you can either type freaking Misty for them doing those weird-ass trades, or what can you do? You can just give me some feedback, because, I always welcome feedback, and it does help me get better at YouTube, because if I get better at YouTube, I get more of you guys. And if I get more of you guys, then that's good for me, right? And then we can have one big party. Yay! Woo! Anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. I'm definitely done yapping. Definitely the only video for the day. So that being said, I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope you all have a great day. All right. Later.